Hello everybody, I'm here with my Bound for Glory predictions. Um, this is kind of a substitute for the No Mercy ones, which is kind of wish I did. If you would have checked on my channel, I did have them down there. They've been down there for quite some time. Ever since the matches were announced, I placed them on there. Therefore, you could have seen them if you wanted to. I'm looking at the TNA website, and they only have 5 matches listed out of the 7. There may be 8. I might have forgot about one, but if so, I'll put it up later or in the little side box there. Now you have a lot of matches. I'm not looking forward to this exactly. I'm looking forward to about 2 or 3 matches on here. So I'll start it off. You have the X Division superstars battle inside the Steel Dome to try to escape, which is the return of the Steel Asylum match. I think this is what they were going to do with the character Suicide, aka Kaz. Due to his injury, he's not going to be there. So you have probably the likes Sanjay Dutt, Jay Lethal, P.D. Williams, Prince Justice Brotherhood. You have the Rock and Raven faction. Motor City Machine Guns, and maybe 1 or 2 extra people, or maybe 3. Last time they had 13, I believe. You have, I will pick Sanjay Dutt to that, probably being that person will get a shot at the TNA X Division title next month, whatever the next pay-per-view is. I'm not quite sure. You have Taylor Wilde versus Awesome Kong versus Roxy Lavelle for the Knockouts Championship. Now this, I do see Taylor Wilde losing it because I think they have finally got that she is not going to win this. Especially having this whole match based on a feud around Awesome Kong and Roxy Lavelle. Yes, I do think it is built around Awesome Kong and Roxy Lavelle. For that reason, one of those two are going to win the belt. Who is it going to be? I think it's going to be Roxy Lavelle. Because when fans actually want Awesome Kong to win. But I do think that they're going to kind of make her work for it a little bit and give it to Roxy. Next match, you have the Monsters Ball World Tag Team match with Beer Money Inc. versus Team 3D versus LAX versus Abyss and Matt Morgan. To me, Abyss and Matt Morgan do not feel like a tag team. I thought they would have done something else with Abyss, but I guess this is just fine. With the special guest referee being Steve Mongo McMichael. Now, to me, I do not see Beer Money losing the titles. I do see this as the end to the LAX feud. Maybe a possible match with Abyss and Matt Morgan after they're finished with Team 3D. Motor City Machine Guns may get the next shot at the World Tag Team titles until they're ready to free them up for the Abyss versus Matt Morgan. But I do think they will retain the titles. You have the King of the Mountain Jeff Jarrett versus Olympic gold medalist Kurt Angle. Special enforcer being Mick Foley. I see Jeff Jarrett losing this, Kurt winning this bout. And Mick Foley has to have make the pin. And then setting up the feud, for Kurt Angle versus Mick Foley at another pay-per-view. Because I do not believe he is just in TNA for this one time, which would be kind of stupid if they're not setting it up for anything. You have the X Division match with Sheik Abdul-Bashir and Consequences Creed. They are pushing Consequences Creed pretty fast, so I'm going to say he is going to win the title, even though Bashir, aka Daivari, has just pretty much won the title about a month and a half or a month ago. I do think he'll lose it. They didn't give it to him last time, so I kind of do think they'll do it. It makes no sense for Daivari to have the title. It never did make sense for Daivari to have the title. To me, it's kind of stupid. Which I do think he will go into a feud with Creed and Dutt after that pinfall on Impact. The other match being Christian versus Booker T versus AJ Styles. Now, I'm a fan of all three of these guys. This is one match I'm kind of wanting to see. Depends how it actually goes. You have, I do see this as Christian's heel turn. Christian will leave AJ in the ring as he walks to the back, giving giving Booker T the pin. Kind of see that as it happening. Maybe not. You might see something else. That what I'm saying feels more. I think it feels like a TNA kind of decision. Now you see this match. This is a match that I do find is very well set up. If you've ever checked out the last Bound for Glories, the last people to everyone who was in the main event was a very well-known person. You had from another organization. This is pretty much the same, but it's more or less Samoa Joe is a more homegrown talent than the rest of the guys have been. You've had Rhino, Sting, Jarrett, and maybe another one in the main event at every Bound for Glory. So this definitely is good that they're putting someone more or less a homegrown talent in that main event spot at a big show like this. Sting has won the last two. He has won the world titles at the last two Bound for Glories. There is one great thing about this that I've loved that they have finally done is a no rematch clause, because I'm tired of seeing rematches just go on just to fill up a card. That absolutely pisses me off. Why don't you move on to something else, because no one wants to see that, especially from a feud that is not so great as this one. It's not a great feud. It's okay. It's decent. There's a lot of angles to it, which makes it decent. You have, I do call Samoa Joe